Hey guys, welcome back to episode 12 of MK Dons Building a Legacy. This is the 100% live con we're doing. You've seen everything up to now and we're going to see everything running through. Today we are in the final legs of the season. We've got 5 games to go till the end of the season. We'll get all 5 of those games in today. We've already guaranteed a playoff promotion spot. As you can see down here, we are 11 points clear of Portsmouth. So we're 1 win away from winning the league. So we only need to get a win between Peterborough, Accrington, Wimbledon, Blackpool or Ipswich. Now, it would have been nice to get the win against Wimbledon that won us the league. And we celebrate at Wimbledon with the league title. That would have wound a few people up. But we can do just as much winding up if we get the win against Peterborough in our next game at the Western Homes Stadium. Obviously Peterborough and MK Dons have got a bit of a rivalry. I think it's just a competitive rivalry. We should be able to have a look at the rivals down here. So rivalries, we've got historic rivalry with Wimbledon, and then Peterborough is our competitive rivalry, just as I thought. So to get a win over them and win the league, that's really going to wind a few people up. So in the last episode we got a few contracts signed off, and these are just the contracts that have been agreed to. And that's how we went about beating Fleetwood. Reeves has agreed to his contract now, so keeping him with us until 2022. As has Mason. Let's just hope we can get the win in the next game just to secure us that league title. That would be absolutely brilliant. Now the thing is, we are playing on the Friday, so yeah, we shouldn't see a game for Portsmouth before that. Otherwise it could just be like one of them things where you win the league at the end of it. So the liaising trophy has been awarded and Gillingham have won that. Just scroll through these. Peterborough are going to play with a defensive system. We should be alright getting through that. Up to now we've played really well. I think there's every possibility that we'll continue to do well. Just get through this. Accrington Stanley follows up with a home game, so that's not going to be a major worry. They're fighting relegation down at the bottom. If we can get the game done, the league done and dusted against Peterborough, we won't have to worry anymore. And we've got a game in hand as well to play against. So that's going to go in our favour at some point. Quite enjoyed doing this series. I wonder how far we can take the Dons. Let's get through these scouts. I'm not bothered about that. Oh, actually, yeah, I am. These are the scouts for the youth players, aren't they? Let's have a look at attributes on them. So we're going to avoid him. Then they've got Rahman from Preston. No, I'm going to ignore him. Asante from Tottenham. So he's a forward. 18, I'm going to leave him. Juan Estrade from Wolves. He is a midfielder. What midfield position? He's a defensive midfielder. Let's Passing's not brilliant. He'd be playing as a reducer if he did come in. He's got extremely good determination. I wonder whether he'd be worth just signing. The scout recommendation is that he'd only be as good as a Sky Bet League One player, but that would only cover his actual potential. His potential says that he's probably going to be a Premier League player. Let's ignore him as well. Clark from Chelsea. He's a fullback. I don't play anyone in that position as such, so we'll have to ignore him as well. Hood. He's centre back at Middlesbrough at the moment. See, this is all good. He's technical, and then you look at his mentals, and his mentals are absolutely terrible. So that's going to be a no as well, especially when these are getting on to the 18, 19. Look at him. He's a fullback. He's got pace, he's got determination. I can't really see any of them moves that really jumping out at me that you want to go out and get. He's a midfielder. He's going to play as a winger, so we use inside forwards up on them positions. I'm going to add him to the shortlist and keep scouting him. So we've got lines all over the pitch developing now. The only lines we haven't got are at centre back. And I think if we bring in Walsh, because I think Paul's in there at the moment, we'll have that line there as well. And like I've said, this season we've looked very strong playing like this. Right, let's get ready for today's game. Is there a title in the offering for us? Don's out to clinch league title. Portsmouth are playing Rotherham. Anything less than a win for those will give us the title anyway. At the same time, a win for us would guarantee us the title, so let's have a look and see what we can do. Walsh needs to start. I know they're both on bookings for the next game, but I just feel like we've got to have the team playing today that has won this league for us. Because if we win it today, they deserve to pick up that trophy on the day that we get handed it. Opposition report, they're going to play Route 1 football, and they're playing really deep 4-5-1 formation. Let's get started. Right. Players to watch. Got Dembele on the right wing. Should never click on them because they end up having a stormer against you. Got 8 assists. And up top they've got Tony with 16 goals in 38 games. Let's get started then. Assistant can give him the team talk today. Well, sir, the day is finally upon us. Can you become Sky Bet League One champions today? We'll have to wait and see. We'll continue to work hard. Got balance to the side. Gilby's been pulling all the strings. Right, let's get started and see if we can take an early lead and settle the nerves that we might already have. Healy's took a bit of a knock there. We've got a 1-0 lead thanks to Reeves. So you've got Davis there, plays the ball through to Healy. Healy swings it into the box, everyone misses it and Reeves gets on the end of it. 1-0 away at Peterborough, and our fans will be delighted. We've got a 2-0 lead now. It's going to be Thompson, so how's this come about? Nombre lays it off to Thompson, and Thompson, one of them shots from outside the box, has hit the inside edge of the bar and post and has nestled in the back of the net. 2-0. This is a great start from us. The players got to just carry on and see this through. I'll give them a pat on the back at half time if they're going at 2-0 up. Doing really well here. Been impressed this season with this team, especially since how they were only meant to finish in 10th. Passionate, very happy, keep it going. We're going to win the league today, boys. Just need to make sure we don't do anything silly. Been dominating this possession and the shots. We've got a third goal now, Houghton this time, and it's another long range shot that's gone through the keeper. 3-0. Now as we go up the leagues, we're going to have to work on our shooting, because most of our shots are from long range, and the higher up the leagues we go, the harder the keepers are going to be to beat. So we've got a corner kick. Not really sure if I should be bringing anyone on or just let them play through now. I'm going to drop a bit of praise on them. They're all looking good anyway. It's 4-0 now. Britton at the byline. He's barely kept that ball in to Reeves. It's come back to Houghton and he's took another long range shot and it's gone in again. 4-0 to the Dons. 10 minutes left in this game. We're 10 minutes away from being champions. Reeves has picked up a knock and he's not looking brilliant there. He's got a thigh injury. I just wanted him to see it out so he can pick up the trophy. And there we have it. We've got the trophy in our hands. Celebrations are buoyant. We are the champions of the Sky Bet League 1 in our first attempt. We're going up, boys. We're going to be in the championship. We've already made our first signing as a championship team, bringing in Davis at left back. Be interesting to see how we fare next season. Regardless of our result, I think Portsmouth screwed up theirs. They lost to Rotherham. So regardless of what happened today, we were always going to win the league, but to win it by beating Peterborough in style, that's going to hurt them, and it's just building confidence for us. Next thing we want to keep an eye on, we could hit that 100-point mark in Sky Bet League 1. So Reeves is out for 1 to 3 days. Just scroll through this. We're 18 to 1 to win the league at the start of the season. We've done brilliant there. Chadwick. Let's have a quick look at Chadwick. Where is he now? He's an under-18s coach at Cambridge. I remember Luke Chadwick. He had a big history at the Dons. It's a shame I can't bring him in. He's just not good enough to join our ranks. So, MK Dons board happy with the Sky Bet League 1 outcome. Houghton fitness concern. I'm just going to praise Houghton's performance. Passionate. Superb in front of goal. Aycock celebrates title glory. Nombre play raise that. There we go. That's going to be interesting next season. Got an A+ summary. We've had that near enough all season though, so nothing new. Be nice to see how much money we're going to get awarded at the end of the season once the prize money is all issued. It's been sort of sitting around that £1 million bank budget. That's a bank balance. We need to get that start to increase, and then we can start to improve as a team. Accrington up next in a 4-4-2 formation. Still a little bit shocked that we've won the league. I thought we'd go up. I'll be honest there, I did think I'd be able to get the Dons up. But winning the league and winning the league at a canter, I didn't see that. So we're 3-1 on against Accrington. Just need to make sure we go in there and guard against complacency. What we set for a record team and Sky Bet League 1 points haul. What record's that? Dons still 95 points with a new Dons season record within their sights. And the Sky Bet League 1 record points is 103. We got 12 points available to us, so we could finish on 107. Let's get through this. Oh, we gotta get through this. We gotta get through this. Be nice to get wins until the end of the season. That's the game that I want to get a win in. The AFC Wimbledon game. We could actually knock them out of the playoffs. So let's just scroll through this. So we got the win earlier on in the season. We can now make changes to our team. Players that are going to need to come out. First of all, Britton for Williams. We're going to get Davis out and Lewington in. Could be one of his last games for us. I don't think I'll be keeping him after this season. He's on 4k a week and his contract is up in the summer, so I've got a feeling he might well be on his way out in the summer. Just carry on flicking through. We're going to get Houghton out for Cazamu. We're going to get Thompson out for Grandals, who is leaving at the end of the season. Reeves is going to be dropped out for Mason. And we get Carey in for Reeves. I think that's all we're going to do. I'm going to bring Gladwin in for Nombe. So it's a pretty mix and match team for this game. It could be a bit of an undoing. It's happened to us before. Looks like they're going to go with a 4-4-2. Like I said, we've got the league title now in our hands. We've won that. I'm not overly fussed by the rest of the results this season now. That's unusual. So Metcalf is going to make a debut today. Wonder. He's 28, so it's not even like he's a youngster. He's joined from a USA club. Up top, Zanzala, 7 goals in 39 games, is the player we're going to have to watch out for. Lewington perhaps taking the captain's armband for the last time in his career at the MK Dons. Expect nothing but a win. Fans are going to be in a jubilant mood after the title we've just secured. Like I said, we've got a lot of players missing from this team today. Gladwin's now just picked up. Oh my god. Remember at the start of the season we ended up with wingers out. We ended up one winger on each side available, and that was it. And we had to go a lot of the season with that. So we fell behind to Accrington. Nichols couldn't get his hand to the ball there. Start barking some orders out at them because we haven't created a chance yet. I'd expect more than that. I mean, Accrington are going to be scraping for any points they can get. We've got the possession, we're just not getting through and creating anything. Just before half time, let's get creative. I'm not happy with the creativity within the side at the moment. Okay, so we're going to go in. I'm going to be angry with them. Show some desire. Lewington's demotivated from what I've just told him. Not in. It's Casamuz who's demotivated. Sorry about that. I'm going to get Nombe on for Gladwin, who has got that injury. And let's see if that makes any difference. Nombe just had a goal disallowed. So it's made a little bit of a difference. We've pulled one back. Corner kick from McGrandles. It's dropped to Walsh, and Walsh has booted one into the top corner there. 1-1. And we're finally looking like the team that's top of this league. We were letting Accrington come on to us in the first half. I'm just going to demand a little bit more out of the team. Got 20 minutes left. Accrington really being pushed back now. Let's push forward. Come on, one more goal. Well, it's finished 1-1. We probably deserved that result there. Maybe we shaded the game, but we didn't get the job done, and I'm not going to praise the players for failing to win, especially when we've had this league wrapped up this season. So a quick look at the stats. So as good as we were, it weren't good enough, and I'm not even going to give them any feedback. I'm just going to let them think on that. How long's Glad been out for? 1 to 3 days. Let's carry on scraping through these. Casemuro's chances. Casemiro stars as we rule our chances. Superb with the number of quality chances you created. See, the interesting thing with Casemiro, there's a chance he's going to step up into this midfield area. At the minute, he's playing as a register, but he's only a backup to Houghton. Next season, McGrandles is leaving us, and it looks like what's his name? Can't remember what his name is. So it looks like McGrandles will be leaving us. He's signed a contract to leave, and Thompson, depending on what we can do with Norwich, I think he's probably going to end up back at Norwich. So we're going to need a Mazzala. I'm just wondering whether Casemiro can play that Mazzala role. So he looks fairly decent as a Mazzala. He's not as good as Thompson, don't get me wrong, but he is young, hungry, and he is an MK Dons homegrown player. So it might be quite nice to try and get him to find his place within this team. And if he's not going to be in a reducer role, maybe it's going to be in that Mazzala role. So AFC Wimbledon up next. We'll just get through to that and see what we can do there. Peterborough just lost to Sunderland as well. Plenty of our players making team of the week. So in the close season, in the off season, we will have our transfer special. We will also have be looking at sorting all our coaching team out, all our staff. It's going to be an episode of no games probably, but it's going to be an episode where we do a season review, we get our transfers in, we sort the staff out for next season. So it's going to be an interesting one, the next episode, and that would be episode 13. But right now, episode 12, we're looking at getting the final hurdles done in this league campaign, having won the league on that first game of this episode against Peterborough. So if we just have a look. Oh, I think we beat the AFC Wimbledon when we played them at the start of the season. I think we beat them quite convincingly. But we're going away now. Just wait for these games to flick through and then we can start looking. So let's just skip through this. Dons are predicting us a win for this game against Wimbledon. Let's just keep skipping through all this. See, I think the last game we let ourselves down just because of the players that we played. We had a weakened side. That's all there is to it, so right, through to Wimbledon. We did indeed win the game that we played earlier on in the season. 1-0, we won that game. We looked the better team in that. Hopefully we can carry that on. If we just have a look at our run of fixtures at the minute. This is where we won the league, these fixtures here. We went on an unbelievable run. dropping just one game in all them. That's 3 months we went where we dropped one, we lost one, drew one and won all the other league games. Right, let's bring in our strongest 11 where available. So Britain's back in, Lewin out. I did say Lightness it was going to be his last game in that last game. Thompson is coming back in from the Grandals. I'm going to leave Casimir in instead of Houghton just because of the performance he put in that last game. He deserves to stay in the team. Gladwin's going to be out for Nombre. Reeves is available, so we're going to get Reeves in for Mason. And that is looking like our full team. The only player that's going to be in is Casimir instead of Houghton. And I do think he's earned that position from the last game. So, quick look at the opposition reports. They're playing a 5-3-2. Got a ball-winning midfielder in there. That's odd. A Mazzala in the centre of the midfield three. So he's going to drift. How's that going to work? I can only assume he's going to drift this way because of the ball-winning midfielder. I'll have to wait and see. That's a bit of a weird place to have a Mazzala. Remember, we've got Houghton on the bench, so we've got a top four on the bench to come on if needed. Team talk, passionate. Let's give the fans the performance here with them being rivals. Big day all round. How much do you look forward to taking on your rivals? Always look forward to this one. Are you confident squad's ability not to let their tempers get the better of them? Have a job to do. If they do as they're instructed, there'll be no problems. Saunders, guess we're about to find out. Britain has been rock solid in defence. He is as important as everyone else. It's a team game. Right. Away at AFC Wimbledon. Can we put a dent in their playoff hopes? That's our intention. I'm sure they're going to be a bit upset if we do put a dent in their playoff hopes. So it's been pretty... It looks like we're in charge of this game, but we're just not taking any chances that we've been given at the minute. It's not a major problem. So we've got a 0-0 at the moment. Definitely in charge of this game. Quick look at the analysts. Been stretched a little bit all over the place. I don't like the looks of just how spread out we are there. That is leaving us open to a counter-attack. Just have to keep an eye on that. Alright, let's get started for the second half. Didn't give me the option to do a team talk there. Never mind. Don't put anything in their head. Oh, hang on. What's going on here? So we fell behind. O'Neill goes past our defender, and Woods there beats both centre backs to get the goal. Now I'm going to get shouting. Let's get shouty with them. We want more than that out of them. We know they're capable of more than that. Right, we're going to have to make a change. I'm going to bring Thompson off, Houghton on. I'll bring Houghton to the back and Casemiro into that Mezzala role, because we want to know whether we can play that for next season anyway. And we are also going to get Gladwin on for Nombre. Get creative. Let's go attacking. Demand more. Come on, we don't want to lose to rivals towards the end of this season. There'll be 2 games dropped in a row, and we don't want that. Wimbledon have beat us. It's not like we didn't show up. We deserved something out of that game at the very least. But our players just didn't show up. Right, aggressive. It's not good enough. Like I said, it's not a massive problem for us. We've won this league. We've looked good doing it. It'd just been nice to get a win over the rivals there. So up next I've got Blackpool, who are 3rd in the league. So they are chasing a promotion spot, and they have got a shot at promotion, but they need to win both their games at the end of this season, and we're one of them games that they need to beat us in. Oh. Oh, man. I'm so annoyed about that. That loss. A rivalry loss as well. Played so well. It just leaves me in consider for the big award at the end of the season. We just get this Blackpool game done, and then we can get on to Ipswich, and we will have completed the season. Let's go through that. Not bothered about any of that at the moment. Current overachievement is patronising. Has been speaking very high. How do you feel? How does it feel to receive praise from fellow professionals? It was flattering. Skip back. Oh man. Let's play 43 games. Fleetwood. So Portsmouth can't be playing today. No, they're not. I was going to say, everyone's got to finish the season on the same day, surely. Right. We're going to bring Houghton in for Casamou. So we've got a full strength side now. I am going to give Healy a talking to though. Speak about Warne, recent form. Try to pick yourself up. Can't argue with that, super. Alright, let's just get started, get this game over with. Come on. Struggled to find goals in the last game. We've got a goal. It's come from Nombe. So ball out wide to Britton. Britton again to the byline, into the box, and there's Nombe with his head beating the goalkeeper. His 19th goal of the season. And we lead Blackpool 1-0. Blackpool in third, remember, they're chasing a promotion spot. Anything less than a win for them, they can't get promotion automatically. They have already secured playoffs, but we could be about to do Portsmouth a massive favour if we get the win over Blackpool. Blackpool seem to be trying to hold firm against our attack at the minute. Doing well. So we've dominated the game. We look strong. Just gonna got to guard against complacency. It's always guard against complacency if you're a goal up. Disappointed if we're drawing. Get aggressive if we're losing. And praise if we've got a couple of goal victory, just like we've got now. So Reeves to Houghton, Houghton through to Britton. Britton again, slides the ball into Healy. And that little chat we've had with Healy at the start of the game may have be a contributing factor to him finding the net again. I'm just going to drop a bit of praise on him. They need to be happy after the disappointment of the last two games, a draw and a loss. Form is a big thing in football, and we need to make sure that when we're playing well, they know we feel we're playing well. So let's get Boateng on for Gilby. And just having a look at fitnesses, everyone else seems alright. And I'll leave everyone else as is. We're going to have, I think, 14 days between this and the next game. So we're going to have plenty of time for recovery. I'm just going to drop a little bit more praise on them. They're already looking good anyway, but let's just fire them up. They're feeling good about themselves, and so they should. They've just beat the team that's third in the league and pushing for automatic promotion. It's stopped their automatic promotion hunt. Passionate, very pleased. Like I said, 14 days between now and Ipswich. So with that, we've secured Portsmouth automatic promotion, so they can thank us later. the top 6 have been decided. Look at that. Bolton getting themselves back after that 12-point deduction at the start of the season. I mean, with the way they've secured that, 12 points onto that, 77, 79. They're third in the league if they didn't have that 12-point deduction. They've done really well to come back. Cargill Fire, fitness concern, I'm not worried about that. They're not happy about their work ethic. They praise Britain for his passing. The ability to pick out key passes there. Portsmouth promoted, as I said before, we've done that for them. Oh, we've only got 7 days between us, and I thought we had 14 days between us and Ipswich. Oh well. Record high number of wins for the Dons, record high points total for the Dons. Setting records already. We're only a season in, we haven't even brought in the players we want to bring in. Be interesting to see what players the scouts have found. Have a look at what players are available for transfers. Free on the freeze, see who's available on loan for next season. Especially in these leagues, Championship and League 1 and 2, you've got to use the loan system to your advantage. We've been mullered in the under 23s there. No one's getting a rest. They need to understand that no one is getting a rest until the end of the season. Nichols has got himself injured 1 to 3 days. He should be back in time for the Ipswich game now. He's been our go-to keeper all season. Don't think he's missed a minute. Let's keep going up here. Like I said, the next episode is going to be where we go through all the transfers that we can get in and who we're going to need to get out. So we'll see how that goes then. Let's get through this Ipswich game. Golden month from Thompson against Peterborough. We said that was a stunner when we saw it. I was only 3rd in Manager of the Month awards there. Let's scroll through that. Right, all ready for the last game of the season. Four to 6 favourites. Skip that. We'll Williams won't be available. It's a good job he's only our backup to Britain, so not a major loss for the end of the season. So let's get started. So Ipswich beat us in the first game. I believe they were the first team to beat us in the league. Yes, 2-1 they beat us. Took the lead, and then Reeve with a goal from Reeves, and then they quickly equalised before beating us in the second half. Going away to them today. I'm not going to change anything up though. I'm just going to go as we normally would. Get Williams off the bench because of the injury, and get Taylor on. Other than that, bit sentimental, but I'm going to have Lewington on the bench and give him a last 10-15 minutes, I think, regardless of what's happening. Quick look at the overview. They're going to play a 4-2-3-1 and just look to stop us scoring. Not what I would have expected from them. I'm wondering whether my scouts have got that right. Top performer from this season is Chirivilla. He's got a 7.13 from defensive midfield. Judge, playing in that number 10 role, got top assists with 10 assists in 43 appearances. If we look at our top performer, we've got Houghton playing our defensive midfielder role as a regista, 7.49 average rating. Reeves is top assists with 17 assists in 43 starts, and Healy 31 goals in 50 appearances. He's been really good for us this year. Took him a little while, but he did find his feet and he's been doing really well ever since. Assertively, we owe him. Where's we owe them? Is that on there? Okay, just carry on from where you left off in the last game. I wanted to say we owe him for the last game, but couldn't see it on there. Again, this isn't a game that I'm worried about. Win, lose or draw, it's not a problem. We've gone up automatically. We've gone up as champions. Something that no one expected at the start of the season. Healy's put us 1-0 up with a penalty. His 32nd goal of the season. You can see our fans in that stand behind. Very happy with that. I'm just wondering where Ipswich can even finish this season now. It's got to be headed. Are they towards the playoffs? Ipswich. No, they can't even make the playoffs. So they ain't really got anything to play for. So it's going to be a complacency talk for this one. Got to go against complacency. Don't think the job's done. We'll send them back out. Hopefully we can carry on putting pressure on, twisting the screw, and perhaps end up with the victory. Get another couple of goals would be nice. Let's demand a little bit more out of them. Right, we're going to make two changes. First one is my sentimental change, Lewington. He's going to come on and play the last 15 minutes of his MK Dons career. Next, I am going to give Casimir. Oh man, Thompson's been such a servant to us this season, though. Right, I know Thompson's better as a Mazzala, but I do want to give Casemiro a little run to carry on as a Mazzala. That might be where he's playing next season after all. And I do want to move him into the first 11. So we'll just move Thompson over into that attacking midfield role for the final part of this game. And I'm just going to praise them for the last couple of minutes. We've done well up to now. Seen the game out, got the 1-0 win. Yes, it's from a penalty, but it's a win. It's 3 points. I think that's given us 102 for the season. Well done, good win for us. 102 points, look at that. 19 points between us and second place to end the season. Nombre wants a new deal. I think we only gave him a new contract at the start of the bloody season. I did. We done this at the start of the season. 10th of the 10th. Okay. Should be careful saying fringe player though. Let's give him 1.5k. 1.7. That's alright. I'm happy with that. That's not too bad for Nombre. What? 25,000 for achieving first place in League One. Man, I thought there'd be a couple of million there. There really is no money in lower league football. General reaction to Soleri's declaration of interest in signing Houghton from Bristol City. Where are Bristol City? 10th in the Championship, so Houghton's going to be moving to Championship anyway. Ton of respect, but he's not for sale. Don't think he's got anything to do with how much respect or admiration you have for another manager in whether you sell a player to him or not. It's business. Can't wait for the transfer window to get open. What's next? Next thing is, so he's not for sale. Scroll through all this. Want to see who goes up in the playoffs now. So first, the semi-finals of the playoffs have seen Blackpool beat Wimbledon 3-0 and Doncaster beat Sunderland 1-0. It'll be either Blackpool or Doncaster that will be joining us in the Championship next season. Wonder whether we're going to be favourites to be relegated next season. So what's it like? Nothing special. Let's keep getting through this. See who is going to be joining us and Portsmouth in the Championship next season. So second leg of the playoffs. Blackpool have knocked Wimbledon out 6-1 on aggregate, and Doncaster have knocked Sunderland out 2-1 on aggregate. So that should be next Saturday that they meet. Like I said, just want to see who goes up now, and then we can cover everything else, season review and transfers, and the run up to the friendlies for next season in the next episode. We've had a good season this year. In fact, the fact that we've got to this point now, I think we will end it here, and then we can do the end of season review in the next episode, which is what we wanted to do, and that way you can see everything then, and we can go over everything and how they've got to where they are. So we need to go on to there. I'm going to go home. Right, so that's where we're going to leave it. We have finished top of the league, 102 points from 44 games. Top goal scorer this season was Healy. We've had an A- performance. Summary, the board are delighted with the leadership qualities you are demonstrating. Finances are going to be left at just under £1 million. We've got £1 million in the transfer budget for the transfer special, which is going to be in the next episode. So we might be able to get spending a little bit of money as well. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. If you've enjoyed that, please leave us a like, share with your friends, and if you want to receive notifications about every time I release a video, please do subscribe. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.